welcome to the ONTV cooking show. My name is Madison, and today I'm going to be making Japanese rice balls, better known as onigiri. So I've pre-made my sushi rice, and it's very imperative that it is sushi rice because when I made it last week, I wasn't planning on making them at all. I was just making rice to make rice, and they don't stick together very well. So sushi rice is a lot more sticky, and it will lead to better results. So with sushi rice, you have to soak it for 30 minutes in advance and then cook it. So I just pre-made it, and that's how we're gonna do it. So for this, you need sushi rice. We're gonna mix in some rice vinegar, some toasted sesame oil, and we're just gonna go from there. What you're gonna need to form the rice balls, I'm gonna show you two different ways to do it. The easy way is with the little onigiri mold, or you're gonna take a bowl and some plastic wrap, and you're gonna form it that way and just form it into the triangles yourself. So the first step is putting some seasonings into the bowl, not seasonings, but like something to spruce up the rice a little bit. We're gonna eventually be pan frying these, and it's gonna give them like a crispier outside, and it's gonna be really good and tasty. So we're gonna take a 1/4 cup of our rice vinegar. Let's put that all in the rice. And then we're gonna do a tablespoon of sesame oil. Now I love sesame oil, so a little bit extra isn't gonna hurt. And then just for some color, I'm actually gonna add some soy sauce. Not a ton, but just enough. I salted my rice before I cooked it, but it's just gonna add a little bit more umami. And that is looking pretty well done to me. So now I'm gonna show you how to assemble them. So first I'll show you the hard way because I'm probably only gonna do it once and just do the rest with our little mold. So we're gonna take the plastic wrap and we're gonna put it in our bowl and make sure there's just a little bit extra. Like that. And then we're just gonna scoop some of our rice in. And then, I forgot the most important part. We're gonna make our fillings. So for the fillings today, I'm gonna do cheese in one, and then I'm gonna do canned chicken and teriyaki sauce in the other, because I'm not a fan of fish, but usually people use salmon or tuna and stuff like that. So I'm gonna use canned chicken instead. And we're just gonna mix that in with some teriyaki sauce. So now I've got my chicken and my teriyaki sauce, and we're just gonna mix that together. Not too much. Ooh, that smells good. The other day I used chicken and the Japanese Kewpie mayo as well as some sriracha, and that was a pretty good combo as well. So these are really versatile and you can do pretty much whatever you want with them. You can have it as a meal, as a snack. I did both. I had it for dinner one day and then I packed some in my lunch for work the next couple days. And this recipe, it depends on how much rice you make, obviously, but it could, if you use 2 cups, it'll make about 10. I made 1.5 because I don't really need 10 of them unless I'm feeding the whole studio, which I can. It'll make, I think 1.5 cups makes about 7 of them. So that's what we're gonna roll with and hope for 7. Usually the bowl method yields some pretty bigger ones. This is the bigger rice mold that I got in a kit on Amazon. So really easy to find. All of the ingredients, I think I got it like Kroger. So it's not like you gotta go to your nearest Asian market. You can find all of it at your usual grocery stores. Perfect. Now for the cheese, I'm just gonna cut like probably this thickness, and then I'm gonna cut it in half, and that's what we're gonna put in the middle. Ooh, that one is thicker. We're gonna stick to 4, and then I'm gonna do chicken for the rest. Okay, so now that we got what we're gonna put in there, let's actually assemble this time. So I'm gonna take my bowl and my rice, and we're just gonna put some in there. Not too much, because I learned that if you overflow, just like probably making sushi, it's not gonna work out very well. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna just top it with more rice. And then we're gonna take it out of the bowl, wrap it up, and then we're just gonna form it into a triangle with our hands. Oh gosh, I am not the best at making triangles here, apparently. Okay, there we go. There's a triangle. We have a beautiful triangle onigiri. So there is our first one. And then I'm gonna show you how to use the mold. And it's a much easier process. So for this, I'm actually gonna like wet the sides a little bit because the sushi rice is pretty sticky. Not too much, just a little bit to keep the goo away. And then we're gonna fill the bottom of this just like we did with the plastic wrap. And let's put some cheese in this one. That is a large, I'm gonna cut this in half. This is a large piece of cheese. I'm gonna put that right in the middle and top it with some more rice. And however much you pack it in is how much like larger it's gonna be. I had a couple thin ones because I wasn't really sure how much to put in there. And then you just press it in with the top part, and it's kind of indented, so you'll end up with basically the perfect triangle. And then there's a little press on the back, and boom, a little perfect triangle. So cute. So I'm going to repeat this process again. I'll show you with the chicken for the plastic rice mold. And I'm gonna put some chicken in there. Ooh, that's a lot. It's fine. And we're gonna top it with more rice. I can tell these are gonna be so much better than my first attempt, and I'm so excited to eat these for lunch. And there we have another beautiful, perfect little triangle. So I'm gonna repeat this process until I run out of rice, and I will see you in a little bit.
Hi, My name is Sue and I'm from the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. Are you struggling with feeding your family? If so, please reach out to the Oxford Orion Food Pantry at 248-628-3933 or oxfordorionfish.org and we can help. We have been serving the community for over 50 years. We are a solely volunteer-run organization with over 100 active volunteers. Our pantry is open for shopping Tuesday through Thursday by appointment only. Each year, we serve an average of 200 families per month with distribution of 20,000 pounds of food per month. One of our biggest food drives is a Thanksgiving food drive that is always held the week prior to Thanksgiving with the Oxford and Lake Orion schools, local businesses, and churches. We refer our neighbors to other local agencies for additional help. We have helped feed over 21,000 of our neighbors since opening our doors. We are conveniently located at 1060 South Lapeer Road, Oxford, Michigan. For more information, please reach out at 248-628-3933 or visit our website at oxfordorionfish.org.
Okay, welcome back, and here I've finished all the onigiri, and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with a cup and a half of rice. So I think it's just whatever size mold you're using or whatever kind of bowl you're using, and that'll pretty much tell you however many you're gonna make. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna make a little mix with maple syrup, soy sauce, some more sesame oil, and then a Korean chili paste called gochujang. I love gochujang. I put it in pretty much whatever I can. Usually it's a strong contender in my ramen. But with these, we're just gonna glaze it on the top of them, and it's gonna create like a crunchy little saucy barrier for them. And then on some others, I'm just gonna sprinkle some cornstarch on there, and that'll also give us the same crunchier desired effect. So in my little bowl, I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then this time it only calls for a teaspoon of sesame oil. And then 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Now, I think that is a really fun way to sweeten something. Usually, recipes like this, I find they use honey, which is also a great choice. But maple syrup is fun. That's the wrong top. I've got too many tabs open. And then finally, we've got our gochujang, which I haven't opened yet because the one I had at home needed to be replaced. So here this is. And it's like a little paste. So I'm gonna actually wipe off my measuring thing. And it calls for 1 to 2 teaspoons. So basically whatever your spice preference is, but I'm gonna keep it kind of low level, so we're just gonna do 1 this time. Well, remind me not to put my finger anywhere near my eye, or else this will get really bad really fast. So we've got that, and I'm gonna grab a spoon so we can mix it up. Since it's a paste, it's a little harder to get mixed in, but gonna try our best. Maybe I should have brought a little baby whisk. I know this is gonna be so good. So we're gonna use vegetable oil while we fry them. And all the recipes said a neutral oil, and I didn't look up what a neutral oil was until today. So that's why I learned that I think olive oil I used didn't work. So we're gonna use what it calls for. So I kept them relatively separated. This one, we know I use chicken, but all of these ones are the cheese ones, and all of these ones are the chicken ones. So let's head over to the stove. So now, maybe I should have heated up the stove first a little bit. Gonna put it on medium heat and just get that oil going. Not too much to like fully fry it, but enough so the rice won't stick to the pan. Because that's the problem I was having. The rice was sticking to the pan, and the triangles weren't holding their shape because it wasn't sushi rice. So I had 3 successes out of about 7. But these ones, I know, will be gorgeous. Okay, so I missed a step. Not really missed a step, but I really wanted to show you guys the whole process. So I'm gonna take this cornstarch. You can use cornstarch or potato starch. I don't remember if I mentioned that. But I'm just going to do about half of them so we can have some variety. So I'm going to do half of the cheese ones, half of the chicken ones. And yeah, this is just going to make a little crunchier outside. I'm just going to take my little, what is this called? My little brush and brush on some cornstarch. This one I gotta be really careful with because it gave me a lot of trouble, but I added more rice to it, so hopefully it holds its shape. I think you really want the chicken or the tuna or the salmon you use to not be too moist because it'll get really wet in the rice and it'll just make it all fall apart. I have one more chicken one than I have the cheese one, so I'm just gonna do this. So I'm gonna flip them over, do it on the other side, and then hopefully my pan will be heated up by then, and then we can get to pan frying. Okay, so now that I've dusted a couple of these with the cornstarch, I am gonna cook those ones first, just so the people who don't like the spicy stuff won't get any of it. But I'm just gonna take these and listen to that sizzle. Awesome. And like I said, I don't want my rice sticking to the pan, so I'm gonna make sure all the oil stays under them. And if you want all the sides to be crispy, you can try to get to the sides as well, but I don't have full confidence in that. So we're just gonna get the outsides for now. Oh, not ready. See, I lost some rice right here. The trick is to lose as little rice as possible so they look really, really good. I believe these ones were all my problem children, so we're gonna have to be really careful trying to flip these. just gonna keep testing this one because it wants to fall apart. This one was the worst one. Oh no. And there we go. Ooh, that's a nice crispy. Okay, so as you can see, this one, we didn't have any really good luck with that one. But I've got, look at how good that was. Awesome. That flip was so much better. Apologies to the not spicy liking folks. These little guys, we're having some tough luck with them. But I think you gotta come up with a method to flip these without really damaging them. So we've got 3 successful ones in this batch. But now that I have the fork method, the fork and spatula method, we'll be good. Okay, so I've removed all of the little sad ones off the pan, and I'm left with these guys. I think the trick is to be very, very patient and not try to check it very frequently. I'd say try to do your best to do like maybe 3 minutes on each side. No! Patience. That's probably what happens when you overfill them. So be very, very sure you do not overfill them. And try to keep all of the filling into the middle of the rice. Okay, so we're gonna take these guys and we're gonna transfer them over to our plates. And I'm gonna make this a less precarious situation by moving all of the other ones and bringing the plate closer. So we have less of a chance to mess this up. Because we're looking at not a lot of survivors. I'll have to reshape them a bit before I give the final reveal. This one looks very, very nice. I take back what I said earlier. We have 3 rejects. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a bit more oil because the other ones soaked it up. And for these ones, I think I'm gonna pick them up by hand. And then we're gonna take our sauce that we had. Bring the pan closer. I'm gonna take the sauce we had and take my little spatula. Ooh. Well, that's gonna be actually really spicy, this one. Take the soy sauce, maple syrup, gochujang mix. Really coat it on here. And then, be very careful. Flip it over, listen to that sizzle. These ones are gonna be our winners. Okay, so now that I've got all of them in there, I'm just gonna start brushing off on the other sides so we can get a good crisp on both sides. And then we're gonna start flipping. Okay, so I am back and we have cooked them all. Not all of them were successful. I was really hoping for a higher success rate this time, but it seems to be about the same as last time. But here they are. This one is my favorite for sure. It turned out so well. This one's not quite a triangle anymore. But traditionally, you'll find onigiri in like fridges, like wrapped in seaweed, like at a convenience store, and obviously you can find them in restaurants too, like more fancy versions like this. But if you want to yield a better success, I'd stick to the cold method and enjoy them that way. But here they are. They're gorgeous, these ones. I might have a pile of rice sitting back there, but it'll make for a really good snack later. So thank you for watching. These are yaki onigiri, or cooked rice balls. And thank you for watching. This has been the ONTV cooking show with Madison. Thank you.